It's been a difficult time for us all this year, hasn't it? With a global pandemic has come a whole host of other issues for us to deal with. Issues for which very few of us, to be honest, have been that well prepared. Told to stay at home, not to visit loved ones, not to travel. Weddings, where they have been held, have had very few guests or been completely cancelled. We've not been able to visit sick and dying relatives in hospitals. Funerals have been hugely different, with limited numbers or even held online. We've been unable to plan to go on holiday. Add to that the normal, everyday things we need to deal with, and life for many has been very hard, and for some, verging on impossible. We are being told that there is light at the end of the tunnel in the form of a vaccine, which has started to be administered and hopefully will have targeted everyone in several months' time. Until then, though, life continues to be difficult and dark and stressful. People have been proclaiming that Christmas has been cancelled, and yet here we are on Christmas Day welcoming the Christ child, the light of the world, and we at last have something to celebrate. We have an opportunity to pull apart that darkness of this last year and to let the light shine through. A light that is brighter than any vaccine, bright as that may seem at the moment. A light that is brighter than any of the lights seen around the village of Instewr or anywhere else this year. You may have been lucky enough on Monday night, Tuesday morning, to have seen the Christmas star, the alignment of Jupiter and Saturn, providing what is thought to have been the same phenomenon seen by the three wise men over 2,000 years ago when they followed the star to Bethlehem. That light shining in the darkness where the Word became flesh as a baby, as a child of God. The modern translation of the Bible, known as the Message, describes it like this: "The Word became flesh and blood and moved into the neighbourhood. We saw the glory with our own eyes, the one-of-a-kind glory, like Father, like Son, generous, inside and out, true from start to finish." How amazing is it to think that Jesus really is here in our own neighbourhoods, wherever they may be. How amazing is it to think of him like his Father, generous, inside and out, true from start to finish. How amazing is it to think that just as Jesus is a child of God, so are we. In his Gospel, John tells us that everything a child needs from a parent, for survival and protection, to be sustained and nurtured, to grow and mature, is what God provides for us. The light that shines in the darkness, the promise of Christmas, puts us in the manger with Jesus. That light, that promise, helps us to sense the dependence of Jesus as that is the same as which we have on God. That light which promised life in all its fullness. Without the light of Christ in our hearts, we are at the mercy of our fears and our anxieties. And in these past months, haven't these come to the surface and been amplified more than ever? That light, that promise, that God will provide all we need to see us through even the darkest of times, is there for each and every one of us if we will but open our hearts and minds to his calling. Christmas has not been cancelled. The real Christmas is here, and it is here for each and every one of us. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it has come in the form of the Christ child this Christmas Day. And for that, thanks be to God. We're now going to hear from the Pattersons again as they sing for us the Calypso Carol.